The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington football team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Alert flare. Check
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw is RG3. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Wilson rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Griffin. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Wilson on 3rd and 2. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Complete.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. That's caught by Penny. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
On 3rd down, Griffin. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
The toss running left. This is Penny. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Love. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And 2.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Griffin. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Griffin. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Out of the gun, Griffin. And it's complete, Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Griffin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Seahawks' 48-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Griffin He's going to look deep down the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Wilson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 49-yard line.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Ron Payne on the stop.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
5-yard line.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A gain of 12 yards. It's now 3rd down and 4.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Jamal Adams there.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down and 4. Griffin, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he finds Penny. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Wilson. They'll roll him out right. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
After the penalty, it's Penny, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action. Griffin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 9-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Tony Brown there on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. On the move to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll toss it to Penny. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Seattle.
Now Rashad Penny. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this one incomplete. Wilson. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Griffin. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Washington.
A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Love. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Griffin. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
At the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A gain of 40.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Penny, a first down carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Jonathan Allen on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown,
Rob Gronkowski. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now Wilson. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Washington, nothing.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
On second down now. It's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
For Washington. First and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun, Griffin.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gibson. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1. At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Griffin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
By the Seahawks.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Rolling to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at about the 31.
How you like me now?
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route. allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 22. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Griffin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At the 9-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing again, Griffin. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now when they're running.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And able to find Dorsett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 5.
Again, it's Penny. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
It got his man complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 37.
10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing now is Griffin. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Chris Carson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing now is Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel